We live in a world driven by hate and envy, where people are more focused on tearing others down than building themselves up. This is the reality today, a culture where people despise others' success because they feel they cannot achieve it themselves. And yet, in this toxic environment, we make one fatal mistake over and over again: we talk too much about our plans before they've even materialized. Get this straight: if you keep sharing your dreams, ambitions, and goals to the world, you're setting yourself up for failure. Why? Because envy is real. People will use your words as weapons against you. They will discourage you, sabotage you, and sometimes even manipulate circumstances to ensure your plans never succeed. It's time to learn to shut up until it shows up. Joseph, the favored son of Jacob, had big dreams. God revealed to him in dreams that he would one day rise to a position of great authority, where even his brothers would bow down to him. Instead of keeping these revelations in his heart, he shared them openly with his brothers. And what was the result? His brothers, filled with envy and hatred, plotted against him. They sold him into slavery, and for years, Joseph endured unimaginable hardships. Although God's plan ultimately prevailed and Joseph rose to power in Egypt, his journey could have been far less painful if he had kept his dreams to himself. Not everyone needs to know what God has revealed to you. Some will interpret your dreams as a threat and do everything they can to stop you. Success loves silence, not because it's mysterious but because it needs time and space. Like a seed, it begins quietly beneath the soil. It doesn't need announcements, nor does it demand attention or validation. It works steadily and grows into a tree for all to see. Samson was a man of incredible strength, chosen by God to deliver Israel from the Philistines. His strength came from a covenant with God, symbolized by his uncut hair. But Samson made the fatal mistake of revealing the secret of his strength to Delilah, a woman who had no real loyalty to him. The moment she had the information she needed, she betrayed Samson, cutting his hair while he slept and handed him over to his enemies. Samson lost his strength, his freedom, and his life. When you reveal your secrets to the wrong people, you empower them to destroy you. When you feel propelled to tell someone about your intention, silence is your safeguard. Here is why you should keep quiet about your plans. When you share your plans prematurely, you invite unnecessary competition and opposition. Envy is a silent killer. Many won't celebrate your vision, they'll secretly wish for your failure. Worse, some will actively work against you, spreading rumors, undermining your efforts, or even stealing your ideas. Talking about your plans too early can create a false sense of accomplishment. You put yourself in a position to receive validation from others, which can trick your brain into feeling like you have already achieved something. Sharing too much can drain the momentum you need to succeed. People don't need to hear what you're planning, they need to see the results. Actions are far more powerful than words. When you stay quiet and let your success do the talking, you command respect and admiration without uttering a single word. Steve Jobs was notoriously secretive about his projects. Apple's culture of confidentiality allowed them to innovate without interference or leaks. By the time the world saw the iPhone, it was already a fully realized product that no one could compete with in the moment. Had Jobs revealed Apple's plans prematurely, competitors might have copied their ideas, and the groundbreaking impact of their products would have been diminished. Today, you broadcast every step of your journey on social media, from announcing a business idea to sharing the struggles of building it. While transparency can be good, oversharing exposes you to criticism, mockery, and sabotage. Learn to work in silence. So, how do you protect your vision? Move in silence. Stop talking and start working. Let your results speak for themselves. The less people know, the less they can interfere. Discern your inner circle. Not everyone deserves to know your plans. Surround yourself with people who genuinely want to see you win and have the wisdom to advise you without envy. Wait for the right time. Timing is everything. Share your accomplishments when they're fully realized, not while they're still in the planning stages. Focus on result over recognition. Pray for wisdom. Ask God for the discernment to know when to speak and when to remain silent. Proverbs 13 verse 3 says, "Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life, he who opens wide his lips comes to ruin." Stop letting your mouth sabotage your destiny. You don't owe anyone any explanation for your dreams, your plans, or your process. Work in silence. Grind in private. And when your success finally shows up, let it speak so loudly that it drowns out the noise of envy and doubt. Think about Jesus during his ministry. He didn't go around broadcasting every miracle he was about to perform. Instead, he acted with purpose and let the results speak for themselves. His impact was undeniable because his actions were powerful. If you want to rise above the hate and envy in this world, you need to learn the art of silence. Keep your intentions private, focus on your grind, and let your results do the talking. Remember, the loudest voice in the room is not always the most powerful. Sometimes, the quiet person is the one making the biggest moves. So shut up until it shows up, and when it does, let your success speak louder than any words ever could.